Hi, it's Karen with Living Our Dream Homestead. Today I'm going to be testing and comparing kitchen trash bags against each other. If you haven't yet subscribed to my channel, please click the button down below. If you've already subscribed, thank you very much. Well, I will be testing and comparing Meijer kitchen trash bags, Boulder brand. That is actually put out by Aldi. Kroger kitchen trash bags. And this one here, if I can lift it up, the Kirkland kitchen trash bags, which is actually put out by Costco. And all these bags, I want to know, are the handles good? Are we able to close the bag fully so our trash is not coming out of the bag? I want to know if my bag has any rips or tears. Again, trash could be on the floor. I like to fully stuff my bags. So these are the tests that I want to know about the bags. Now, all these bags that I'm testing, they're all for like a 13-gallon, up to a 13-gallon can. If that makes a difference, some people may have, of course, a bigger, kitchen trash, can than, the 13-gallon one. But that's the one I will be testing today. So let me go ahead and turn around the camera and show you these bags up close. Well, the first one I've got is Meijer. And I had to look up online, and the one for 40 bags would be about $9.99. Now this one is actually a 40 bags in the box. I guess it was discounted because I only paid $1.75. And I cannot find anywhere on their website that they carry this box anymore. So I just wanted to show, those prices for you. So if you're wanting to purchase the Meijer brand, you're only going to get 40 bags and you'll have to pay $10. So here's the Boulder brand. Again, that's by Aldi. This was $5.79 for 45 bags. And then the Kroger one it's 40 bags is $6.99. I could not find the one that I bought, the 15 bags, and actually the price that I paid. So I'm just kind of showing again the 40 bags. And then the Kirkland brand by Costco, this is $17.99 for 200 bags. And you're thinking, oh my gosh, that's a lot of bags. I don't need all that. But again, that means you don't have to shop as much. So that's a plus. So here's the kitchen bags that I'm comparing. Let me go ahead and get the bags out to physically show you what they look like, because I kind of want to feel if they're thick or if they're a thin bag. Well, here's the Meijer bag, the trash bag, and just feeling it does not feel very thick. The bag itself, it just feels real thin. So it kind of makes me wonder if it's going to hold my trash. So here, let's go ahead and look to see if it's going to hold my trash right here. This is a Meijer bag, and I don't know about you, it just seems like it's really hard to pull the strings out, the handles, to get the bag to really close. So, I think to pull out the handles and keep the bag closed, I think I'm going to give it a 1. Because it's not, my trash may fall out, and then there might be a smell as well. Now, I don't know about you. It looks like it held well. There's at least one hole there. But otherwise, it doesn't look like my trash is coming out of this Meijer bag. And I like to stuff my bags until they expand so I can get the most trash in there so I don't have to keep on using another bag. To me, then I would feel like that would be being wasteful. So getting the bag capacity, I rate this a 5, being the best. Well, as you can see, it held my trash decently. Just again, with the ties weren't very good. So the next one we have is the Boulder brand. And again, how that one feels. It just, again, it feels real thin, doesn't feel thick. Sometimes, in all honesty, I want a kitchen bag, of course. If it feels thick or thin, I want it to hold my trash in. And so let's see if the Aldi brand, holds up with my trash right here. This is one of the Aldi's kitchen trash bags. Now, again, the handles here, it's really difficult to pull it real tight. So I think some of the trash could come out. So the handles, just pulling your trash, I'm going to give it a 1. It's just real poor. It feels real stiff just to try to pull them out. Now I'm going to go ahead and try to pull out the trash and see if there's any holes in there. Again, I fill the bag pretty full to get my money's worth. Now, after taking it out of the can, it looks like there's no rips or tears in the bag. But again, I still can't get the tie or the handle there. I can't get it all the way closed. So, if it did fall over, some trash could fall out. So, holding up with everything in the bag and no rips and tears, I'd give it a 5. But just overall, as a trash bag, I would give it about a 3 because of those handles. And again, not being able to close the bag all the way. And that's what I'm wanting when I put my trash in a bag. See, the Aldi brand, did somewhat keep my trash in the bag. Did a decent job there where there wasn't that many, rips or tears. It just, all in all, that handle is just not good. So let's go ahead and go on to the Kroger bag. Now again, this one, none of them feel thicker or thinner than, each one. They kind of just feel the same, again, but it just does not feel thick. So let's see how the Kroger brand bag held up with my trash right here. All right, this bag is the Kroger brand, and I don't know about you, I didn't really like the ties. The ties seemed to be real thin, not real thick. Kind of was hard to, get a grip on it just to get it out of my can. Now again, remember, I overstuffed my bag. So it looks like it's fairly good there, but does have a little hole right there, just like the Costco brand, but otherwise it is not gigantic holes. Looks like it's holding. So I would go ahead and give it a 5, and at least, you're able to hold your trash without having it, say, shred and have bigger holes. So the Kroger brand bag did hold up decently. Again, you weren't able to pull the ties real tight to keep our trash in, which is not always a good thing. Then here is the Kirkland Costco brand. Now they come in rolls. So you get 2 rolls in a box. Each, roll is 100. Since there's 200 bags. So I just kind of pulled this one out that I had already had out because the Kirkland brand kitchen bags is my go-to kitchen bags that I've been using. I just like it the best, and I like the fact that there's 200 bags where I don't have to keep on running to the store so much because I'm not running out of them. It's like I buy it and I'm good for a couple of months, which is great. Again, it feels about the same like the other bags. It's kind of real thin. So let's see how the Kirkland kitchen bag held up to my trash right here. Here's how full I like to get my kitchen bags. I really want to try to get my money's worth out of it. As you can see, this is a Costco or a Kirkland bag, and at least there is absolutely no rips. There's a little one down there, but it's not like all coming out of the bag. So this one's holding up pretty well. I'd give it a 5 in holding up and stretching it where it's not tearing, big tears. You just saw how I was able to fill the trash bags and if they held up. And they all did like a pretty decent job. But did you know that there is a proper way to actually put in a kitchen trash bag in a can? I didn't know that. My daughter, she was actually a professional house cleaner, and she told me the proper way on how to install a kitchen bag. And I'm going to show you that right here. Now I'm going to show you the proper way to do a kitchen bag. Now when you get it out of the box, You would think that some people might think you just put it in like this, but no, you actually don't do that. You are supposed to turn the bag over like this, upside down, so it's like a hat. And this is the proper way to do it. And then you go ahead and then push it down like so. I don't know about you, I never knew that I was putting in the bag wrong. With everything that I showed you when I was putting my trash in there, of course I was doing it this way, the proper way. About you, I mean, I never knew that I was putting in my trash bag the wrong way. It still worked. I didn't know that it had to be turned inside out and make it look like you turn it inside out and you make it look like a hat and then you push it down. I never knew that. And here I'm, 53 years old. It seems odd and bizarre, but I guess it works the best, and that's how they were shown that was the proper way. Now, all these bags, as you saw, they all did a decent job, except for the Aldi brand bag. I just had a lot of problems, or that was the Boulder brand, with the actual strings, getting them out of the bags. When you try to pull a bag like this, now again, there's nothing in this bag, but it's just real difficult. It's real difficult for the handles to come out of the bag just to pull the bag together tight. And, they're kind of, not saying handles are supposed to be whatever, they're like a cheaper quality handle, as you can hear, just real, I don't know, just kind of, as you say, a cheaper quality. And I'm not saying, again, it's your trash bag. You don't want to pay a whole lot of money because you're throwing trash away. It's not like it's going to keep forever. Now, some people do use kitchen bags to put things in, maybe if they're moving, or maybe to store some things. And maybe, they'll want something where they don't care if, the bag doesn't close all the way, etc. But this one here, I think, was kind of maybe the worst to me personally with the handles. So I would not recommend it just because it was difficult, but otherwise it did hold my trash. It didn't have that many rips or tears. So, I mean, it's not a horrible bag. And then the Kroger brand bag with its handles, let's see if I get, they're easier to pull out, as you can see. Definitely, hands down, they are pulling out of the bag easier. Now, it did kind of pull better. Again, it's not all the way fully closed, but it's better than, a little area there. It is better than it was. Now, when I had this bag full, I couldn't pull these handles to get it to pull like this. But it does come out a whole lot better than the Boulder brand. So, the Kroger brand, decent size bag, held it in. I mean, I gave it about a 5. I recommend, the Kroger brand as well. Again, everybody's going to have their different opinion. And then the Costco brand or Kirkland brand bag, the handles there, let's see if I can, they seem to be coming out. They're doing all right. They didn't pull out, I'm going to be honest, they didn't pull out as easy as the Kroger bag did with the handles. They are thick, a whole bunch thicker plastic than the Boulder ones. So they did decent if you were going to go ahead and use your bag to close something. Again, it's not all the way. There's still, a little opening. I still can't get, none of these bags could I get it that close together. Full, and I definitely can't do it empty as well. But it did hold my trash, and I didn't have trash on the floor. So again, I do recommend the Costco brand as well. And so then the Meijer brand bag, let's test these handles. As you can hear, I'm having difficulty really trying to get the handles pulled just to come out of the bag. Real difficult. In a way, it's as difficult as the Boulder brand to get these handles out of the bag, to close my bag. And it's still not real, It's still not real, yeah. I don't know what's going on with this bag. Maybe it's a handle malfunction, but it is not closing at all. Even being, dry with nothing in it. So you got to figure out which bag is the best. And definitely the Meijer brand with the handles, I would not recommend it. Or the Aldi's bag. Because again, you want to be able to pull your trash and get a good grip on it. And it's just, I can't even pull it up here dry. But I mean, if you're using it for something else, you might be okay. But the two brands that I would recommend would be the Kroger brand, the Kroger brand here. And if I can lift it up again, I recommend the Kirkland brand. I know some people can't have this maybe in their home because they have limited amount of space, etc. And again, this is a lot of money to pay $17.99 for 200 bags up front. But again, it's going to last you a long time. Well, if you like this video, please hit the like button down below. This was Karen with Living Our Dream Homestead. I hope you have a good day.